Greetings, Blackman family. This is Brother David again, and I hope this video reaches you all doing well and staying safe. Now, growing up, I played baseball most every summer of my life. From age about 5 to 16, I played baseball. I also played football and basketball, but during the summers, I played baseball. But I honestly wasn't a huge fan of baseball. My friends played though, and it was an opportunity for me to spend time with them through the summer, so I played. Now, to hone what skill I had and to try and get better, my parents would take me to a batting cage to practice hitting. Now, I don't think batting cages are as popular as they once were, but they used to be a lot of fun. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar with a batting cage, it's a large fenced-in area with an area for a batter to stand at one end, and at the other end was a mechanical arm that would throw pitches for the batter to try and hit. Now, the arm would throw a ball every 5 or 6 seconds, usually enough time for the batter to recover from the previous pitch and prepare for the next one. Now, I remember one time at the batting cage, though, when the mechanical arm messed up and it started throwing pitches at a quicker interval than I could prepare for. So this is to say that I couldn't get ready to swing as fast as the pitches were coming, so I just gave up. Now, this situation has come to my mind a lot over the past several months as I have considered and thought about everything that's been going on in our community, in our state, in our country, in our world. It really seems like life has thrown more pitches than I've been prepared to swing at. From issues around racial tension to both the personal and the professional impact of COVID. For example, how to help lead a church through a global pandemic, how to gather safely and responsibly, and issues like that. But also how to navigate the uncertain waters as it relates to COVID and social interactions, and what to do with 2 6-year-olds as it relates to school. Now, this doesn't even take into consideration just the general tension that lies under the surface. That conflict that seems to always exist within our country along party lines. I know I'm not alone in this struggle because I've had conversations with several of you about the difficulties that you're facing personally, professionally, and in many other areas of your life. But a scripture that has been coming to my mind more and more often lately comes from 2 Corinthians chapter 12. It's in this chapter that Paul is talking about his struggles and how he has asked the Lord 3 different times to take that struggle away from him. Now, the Lord's response to Paul are those famous words, "My grace is sufficient for you, and my strength is made perfect in your weakness." Now, the Lord doesn't say that all Paul's problems will magically go away and that everything will be fixed. But instead, the Lord reminds Paul that God's grace, God's unmerited favor and love will be enough for him. Not after all the struggles are over, but while all the struggles are going on. That God's grace will be sufficient for him. This means that when life is throwing so many pitches at us that we can't even swing at them all, and we want to give up, that God offers us the grace we need to persevere. My hope for us is that we remember that faithful presence of God, that we remember when we feel overwhelmed by all that's going on in life, that God's grace is sufficient for us, that we take time to remember that God's strength is made perfect in our weakness. In our weakness, when we can't handle everything that's going on, when we are incapable of swinging at all the pitches life is throwing at us, that God's grace and God's strength is available to us. And I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is staying safe, and I hope you're having a great week so far. But if you do need help, if you need somebody to talk to, if you are in need of financial assistance or some other type of assistance, please let us know. We have the resources available to help you in whatever way that we can. But please, if you have a need, let us know. Now, I look forward to worshiping with you all at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning, either in person or online. Have a great rest of the day, and God bless.